Good day. It is the 8th day of June 2021. Very unusual circumstance. I'll keep this one brief. But an FBI agent who lives in Maryland has been indicted by the Montgomery County Grand Jury. Montgomery County is just a suburb of D.C. The agent was apparently assigned to the FBI headquarters in D.C. He was en route to work and he was accosted by a homeless man on the metro, which is like the subway. Imagine that, homeless people accosting people on the subway for money. But in any event, he turned the guy down. Apparently, the guy walked away swearing. He said, "Watch your mouth." The guy came back, and he was shot 3 times. And this happened back in December. Surprisingly, and thank God for it, the man survived. The man's name is Slaughter, and they've charged the agent with, if he had died, it would have been manslaughter. That's not funny. It would be attempted murder. Okay, that's what they charged him with. And it looks like that the FBI is not going to stand by him. So let me put that clip on, and then we'll, just a very, very brief news clip, and then I'm going to comment on it.
We begin this evening with an FBI agent now charged with attempted murder following an off-duty shooting on board a metro train.
The shooting happened last December near the Medical Center metro station on the Red Line. News 4's Amy Cho has the latest tonight from the agent's court appearance this afternoon.
On the train, sir. I got a guy here wounded, been shot.
These are the 911 calls right after an FBI agent shot a man on a metro train last December. Prosecutors say the man shot was Stephen Slaughter and that Slaughter had asked the FBI agent for money, and the 2 men argued after the FBI agent said no.
Need medical here. Somebody got shot.
We're notifying fire department and first responders.
The FBI agent, 37-year-old Eduardo Valdivia from Gaithersburg. He's now charged with attempted second-degree murder, assault, and reckless endangerment. Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy.
The jury or a judge will decide when this matter is tried whether or not it was justified or not. We would not have brought the charge if we thought that it was protected by law.
Today in court, Valdivia's lawyer arguing the shooting was self-defense. He also pointed out that Stephen Slaughter, the man who asked for money, has been charged with assault and indecent exposure several times before.
In this case, it was Mr. Slaughter who suffered the consequence of his own actions.
Valdivia's attorney says the agent works in a supervisory role and has been with the FBI for 10 years. His role is to investigate violent extremists, and Valdivia's attorney says his client previously never fired his gun in the line of duty.
Now, I think it's important to remember that this is an agent who was used to working in dangerous and undercover capacities. He can see body language as it changes. He can feel the danger as it approaches.
The FBI sent News 4 a statement today saying they can't comment on personnel matters, but that they're fully cooperating with the investigation and have opened an internal review. This afternoon, a judge released Valdivia on bond. His next court appearance is scheduled for June 11th. Amy Cho, News 4.
Now, the FBI agent's attorney says his client is currently suspended from the FBI without pay. He's been ordered to turn over all his guns and his passport.
Okay, so now you've seen the news clip, and basically that's what it is. Now, again, I don't know any more than what they've put out, but it's unusual. And it's unusual in that usually when a federal agent shoots somebody, on-off duty is irrelevant. If you are in danger of your life, it doesn't matter whether you're on duty. It doesn't matter whether you're off duty. You can still be within the scope of your employment. And the agency, of course, does its own investigation. But very rapidly, the Justice Department will determine if the shooting was within the scope of the employment and whether the shooting is arguably, within law and within policy. And if it is, then the agent cannot be indicted or civilly liable in a state court. And there's a reason for that. It gets discharged to federal court. But apparently in this case, that's not happened. What's happened is the agency has stripped this agent of his badge and credentials and gun, and he's now on leave without pay. So either he's in the process of being fired, or they've put him out on the beach without pay because he's been indicted. So apparently they're not going to stand by him in court. And again, I don't know the facts of the case, but I want to follow these instances very closely because it is a new administration. A few weeks ago, we had a case where a DEA agent who was on surveillance was approached by somebody again, the agent was like several blocks away from the person that they were surveilling. And it's not uncommon. You're sitting there on surveillance, but somebody walked up to him, displayed a firearm, and the agent then shot the individual several times. And again, miraculously, that individual survived. But usually, I'll tell you what, if you're in a place where you don't belong, like if you're a white guy in a neighborhood where there aren't a lot of white guys, they know you're the police. They never come up to you. So some of these crooks are the dumbest crooks in the world, but be that as it may, in this case, the guy was obviously mentally deranged, this guy in the subway or on the metro rail. And, it's a shame that we have people walking around in our society in that condition. But that is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. My policy is always buy them lunch, but I can understand what probably happened. Here's my theory as to what happened. He told the guy to get lost. The guy swore at him. He said, "Watch your mouth." The guy came back at him. He drew his weapon. And then the guy kept coming at him, and that created a situation where he had to use deadly force. That is what I predict he will say in court. How do I know this? Because I do. Okay, that's what I predict he's going to say. And he may have a good deadly force case based on that. So we will see. But it's interesting. It's an interesting development, and it's interesting to see, what how the new administration is going to process shootings by federal agents when they are prosecuted by state and local prosecutors or attempted to be prosecuted by state and local prosecutors. So that's all I've got for today. I had a funeral today and I've got something else to do tonight, but I hope you had a great day. I hope it's a wonderful day. It's hot and humid here. I went out running. Don't go out running when it's like 100 degrees. You might not come back. So have a good day, and I will come up with a good topic for tomorrow. I promise. Okay. Thank you.